Hello and welcome to Media and Information Literacy. I am Armin Rose and I will be your guide as we go through the contents of this course. This is Part 1, Introduction to Media and Information Literacy. Before we begin, let's do an activity. Think of the past week and record your use and interaction with media and information providers such as the internet, social media, TV, radio, or newspaper. Indicate how many number of hours were spent engaged with each one, and you can estimate the number of hours you spend each week. Prepare a report by answering the following questions. Which media provider did you spend the most time? What roles does media play in your life? After doing that, answer the following questions. In your first reflection, based on the previous activity, share your personal media use. How long do you spend in each activity and why? From what you've heard, what are common and different about the way you use media and that of your classmates? Do you intend to change your social media use in the near future? Why or why not? What changes do you plan to do, if any? After completing your reflection, you may proceed to the discussion. The definitions of media, information, and literacy. Literacy is the ability to identify, understand, interpret, create, communicate, and compute using printed and written materials associated with varying contexts. Literacy involves a continuum of learning wherein individuals are able to achieve their goals, develop their knowledge and potential, and participate fully in their community and wider society. Media are the physical objects used to communicate with, or the mass communication through physical objects, such as radio, television, computers, film, etc. It also refers to any physical object used to communicate messages. Traditionally, media are a source of credible information in which contents are provided through an editorial process determined by journalistic values and where editorial accountability can be attributed to an organization or a legal person. In more recent years, the term media is often used to include new online media. Media literacy is the ability to access, analyze, evaluate, and create media in a variety of forms. It aims to empower citizens by providing them with the competencies or the knowledge and skills necessary to engage with traditional media and new technologies. Information is a broad term that covers processed data, knowledge derived from study, experience, instruction, signals, or symbols. Information literacy is the ability to recognize when information is needed and to locate, evaluate, and effectively communicate information in its various formats. Information literacy includes the competencies to be effective in all stages of the life cycle of documents of all kinds, the capacity to understand the ethical implications of these documents, and the ability to behave in an ethical way throughout these stages. Technology literacy is the ability of an individual, either working independently or with others, to responsibly, appropriately, and effectively use technological tools. Using these tools, an individual can access, manage, integrate, evaluate, create, and communicate information. Media and information literacy are the essential skills and competencies that allow individuals to engage with media and other information providers effectively, as well as develop critical thinking and lifelong learning skills to socialize and become active citizens. Sample competencies in media literacy, information literacy, and technology literacy are seen in this graph. An example of an online activity is sending an electronic message. The media literacy here is as platform. Choosing the platform. Will it be text, email, messenger, video message, voice message, or others? Information literacy has to do with the content of the electronic message, as to its appropriateness, tone, the recipient, and others. And technology literacy is concerned with the tools that will be used to send the electronic message. Will it be through mobile, computer, or other format? Another example of online activity is getting the latest news. Media literacy involves getting the news from either traditional or digital sources. Information literacy involves the content of the news and also giving feedback. Technology literacy involves knowing how to use mass media and where to access digital content navigational skills. Now, in our class discussion, based from the chart, we will answer the following questions. How do media literacy, information literacy, and technology literacy and media and information literacy differ in terms of use? Are they similar in form or are they similar in use? And elaborate. The media and information design framework. We will fill this up. Component guide is the target audience. Who is the intended audience? The sender author. Who is the producer? The purpose. What is the purpose of the message? The key content is what is the topic and what are the facts. Form and style is how can I present this information? How would this affect my audience? Medium and format. What platform will I use and why? After completing the chart, we will go to reflection 2. Imagine waking up one day to find no internet, libraries and cell phones, newspapers, magazines, radio stations, and TV channels have also disappeared. How would you be informed of anything now? What ways would you have to communicate with one another? How would you share information and communicate news and events? What would happen with the decisions you usually make? How would it affect the way you live? What would you personally miss most in such a situation? What would society lose in this situation? Remember also that there was a time that there was no internet, cell phones, newspapers, radio stations, and TV channels. Imagine what life was like during those times. The ideas discussed in this video are based on the competencies provided by the Department of Education. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.